you guys play the Liberty in a few days, so I'm sure this wasn't the outcome you wanted tonight. But just based on what you saw, is there anything that you want to do differently? Well, I'm sure there's things you want to do differently. I'm sorry, but is there something specific that you saw that you need to do better for the next game?
Yeah, taking care of the ball, like that's really key, in just the way we play. We can't pass it to the other team, especially a team that likes to play in transition, and then they'll like to shoot threes in transition, so that's kind of like a double hit. We're not just giving up twos when we throw the ball away, especially when it's live. We're giving up threes, so it's tough to win a game that way.
Okay. And do you think at all, like I know there was a lot of excitement for Kayla returning tonight. Do you think at all that had any impact or created any kind of distraction perhaps? No. Okay.
No, I don't know if you've seen our crowd at Chase. It's a lot more hostile there. So Kayla's used to the noise and everything. But again, I wanted her to enjoy that moment, getting the ring and seeing it for the first time. Like, that's something I told her and Ohema, like, very few people in the world get to have that. So I just wanted her to embrace it as much as she can. And obviously she felt the love, regardless of the outcome. I thought she played amazing,
Hey, Natalie.
Yeah.
You guys actually outscored them 41-40 in the second and third quarters, but you fall into a 22-3 hole.
Yeah.
How difficult is it just to recover even when you guys find your shot and start playing better when you're down by that much early?
Yeah, and I told him, like, this is on me. We didn't scrimmage a lot in the past couple of days, and I told him, that's on me. I chose rest over rhythm. And that's what I get. That's what I get with the first quarter. So I told him that's on me. I'll manage it better in our off days to make sure that they have rhythm, because we did everything pretty much in the half court, and that's what you saw. You didn't see anything really go well in transition. So I have to be better. And yeah, they told me they'd take care of the ball.
Obviously, the Liberty are an excellent offensive team, but defense has kind of been your hallmark. Just it's a rough one. Like, what did you learn about what you guys can do better defensively against some of these top teams?
Well, that's part of it, is if we take care of the ball, now we're not playing transition defense. So transition defense really hurt us as well. So it's like it's a combination. You have to take care of the ball. You have to take quality shots, or it's really going to affect your defense, But we threw a lot of different schemes out there today too. I would say we followed it maybe about 50%. I think we got to pay attention better to the details. Johannes got hot. We made her hot, and we still could have done a little bit better job. I think obviously too, intentional communicating was there, but I don't think we said it loud enough with a sense of urgency. And again, that goes from not scrimmaging. Yeah.
In terms of the communication, it seemed like a lot of those open threes especially came from, just someone not knowing whether they were going to scram, recover, kick the other one out.
Yeah.
What do you do to try to address that, especially on such a short turnaround?
Take care of the ball and take better shots. Yeah. It starts with our execution offensively. Then now we're not playing in transition as much too. But regardless, they run, make or miss. So we just got to make sure that we get back and we get matched a little bit better. I think we're a little, again, lackadaisical. Why? Because I didn't scrimmage them. So.
And then curious, the starting lineup tonight had three forwards in it. There were lineups you played that had like three guards and were sort of small at the four. Was that more about matching up against the Liberty, or seeing sort of what works as the season goes on?
No, it goes with how we want to play. Beginning of we made an intentional effort of like, we want to own what we want to do first, like we said, find our pace. And so it's more for us. It really hasn't to do anything with New York. We're still trying to find our units. And then we're not fully healthy right now. So we're okay with, plugging and, what do you call that? Where you plug in, plug out. Whatever you call that word. What is that word? Plug in, plug out. When you replace, you rotate players. Interchange. There you go. We're still trying to, make the best of what we have if everyone's not healthy, But health is the first thing. That's priority. Yeah.
Coach, welcome to New York.
Thank you.
You've seen Liberty play. How do you match the athleticism, their talent, their ability to stretch the floor, because they're all long? Because you're playing back Thursday, how do you make those adjustments?
Yeah, we got to follow our game plan. So I'm all about intentionality in terms of our game plan and executing. So we're going to see the mistakes, obviously, on film. we'll be better. I know we'll be better defensively, like I said, because I didn't give them a lot of rhythm through the last 2 practices. We're fast too, you know. Are we as long? No, but we're fast and we're physical, so we can build that to our advantage by hitting first sometimes or getting to the ball. We did not get the loose balls that we did in LA. So those are like the things that we know in order to win, we got to be more physical and get the ball. If we're turning the ball over, we got to get the ball more somehow. And we didn't do that tonight. Yeah.
Just your thought on just wanting to scrimmage and not being in rhythm. Was that a thought that came to you during the game, or is that more of a post-game reflection as you step back?
Oh, no, it was during the whole 2 days. It was a thought process for me of like, this is our first time we went from LA to New York, which a lot of people are like, why is your schedule going from, you know, West Coast to East Coast, and then you're not hitting any other, you know, cities to play in? I don't know. So I just have to make sure I figure out like what best fits our team. Because we were not healthy, I went with the rest. Now I learned that's probably not good for this group, you know. Yeah.
And with Janelle, I mean, obviously she struggled to get into an early rhythm, missed a couple early on. Do you feel like that was more just was getting good looks and they weren't falling, or were you seeing something differently from New York that now that she's got a couple games on film, teams are starting to?
That's a question. I would like Janelle, we call her Ja. I would like her to answer that, but I want her to stay aggressive. She kind of looked at me like, you still want me to keep shooting? I said, yes, please. You know, so I think that was new for her to hear. But I always think, you know, the next shot's probably going to go in. But when you don't take a shot, that's probably, you know, going to be a turnover. So I want her to stay aggressive. And like I said, she's been here for, I think, 10 days. So I'm giving her a little bit of a pass on that. Yeah.
Last question. Sorry. Yes.
Welcome, Coach. Welcome to New York, and congratulations on your inaugural season. I just wanted to ask you, Kayla, KT's role was obviously much different with the New York Liberty.
Yep.
Can you just describe what her new role is with the Valkyries, and how has she been performing in that new role thus far, especially as the vet?
Yeah, I mean, she's a vet, so again, she feels really comfortable in leading in her way. I want people to be themselves as a leader, right? And so what I've noticed is she loves to build really tight-knit relationships with every single person. And she does a great job of, like, even if it's not even practice, she'll go out her way off court and build relationships. And, like, that's, to me, she's, like, becoming our glue person. And so I haven't really told her that, but like I could just sense it. Every player on our team, like when she's around, they're just like, where's KT? Where's KT? So yeah, I would say in terms of like our culture fit, she's our glue. Defensively, she's obviously one of our best defenders, so I can put her on anybody. I could switch her on anyone. She's versatile. I think I could play her on 5s. She doesn't know that yet. But offensively too, like she's obviously a nightmare too in terms of mismatches. And now that we're really trying to push her to shoot more and more 3s, so I think she really enjoys the let it fly mentality. So yeah.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Yeah.
Good luck this season.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. Great questions.